As we get to the end of a year, it's time to review everything that's happened in the past 12 months and look at all of the highs, all of the lows, all of the things we've achieved, and all the things we think we could have done better, and then sort of take that forward so we can set our goals for the next year. And at the time I'm making this video, it is the 30th of December 2024. And this year for me has been a bit of a tough year for me and my family. And we kind of just about survived it. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. But I just want to take this moment to say to anybody that's had a rough year and anybody that's had a really difficult time, it's okay if you just survived 2024. Now, you normally get inspired to make these sorts of videos when you see everyone on social media, all of your friends, people you look up to, and you look at all the things they've achieved, and they will normally do a big collage of everything they've done in the past 12 months. And it normally involves things like they got a big promotion at work, they got a big brand new car, they broke new ground with their business, they started their family, they moved into a new home, they visited loads of grand and exotic locations and traveled the world, and they've done some incredible things and ticked off some bucket list items. And then you look back at your life throughout the year and you think, God, I really didn't do much this year at all. And it kind of is not that great for your mental health in a way. And I've been suffering this when I've been thinking about making this video, and that's what's sort of inspired me to make it. Because this year for us, yes, we've had some great times and we have achieved some amazing things, but we've also had quite a difficult year for us as a family. And it started off at the beginning of the year, my wife lost her job, and that's set things up for the year, basically. Now, as luck would have it, she got a new job very quickly after that. And as luck would have it, a very good job, like a much better job than what she had before. So it kind of fell on its feet and worked out, really. But we still had that period where we were stressed about, oh my God, we've got kids, we've got a mortgage, what are we going to do? How are we going to survive over the next few months? So that just set us into a little spiral of worry for a little while. And then after that, we decided we was going to go on our first ever vacation without the kids abroad, which we went to Barcelona, and we thought we was going to have this lovely couple of days away in this amazing city and this amazing place in Europe. And it didn't really happen like that. We went away and all it did was rain for the entire 3 days we were there. And I'm not just talking like a little bit of cloud and drizzle. It was absolutely torrential downpour rain throughout the whole time we was there. I think we had one afternoon where it was sunny and we made the most of it and tried to get as many pictures as we possibly could. But the reality is it really just ruined the whole thing. And we just thought it was cold, it was wet. And you think of Barcelona, you think Spain, you think nice and sunny, and it wasn't anything like that. Now, to spin that on its head, one really good thing that came out of Barcelona was just before I went away, I posted a YouTube video, and I thought, do you know what? Normally I stare at my analytics and worry about how well it's going to perform. But I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it and just enjoy the time away with my wife and see what happens when I come back. And at the time, I wasn't even monetized. I think at the time I had about 800 YouTube subscribers or something like that. And when I come back, I'd gained 150 new subscribers, and the video had got over 8,000 or 9,000 views in 48 hours, which for me at the time was incredible. So that was really good. And that sort of started off a chain reaction that ended up any video I made after that started performing really, really well. And then I got monetized on YouTube the very next month. So that was the next thing that happened. The next big milestone was I got monetized on YouTube, reached 1,000 subscribers, applied for the YouTube Partner Program and got accepted within a week, and then just enabled all of the settings and everything. And that was a really big pivotal moment for me because it took me 18 months to go from uploading my first video, knowing absolutely nothing, with no social media presence online anywhere. It's not like I said, do you know what, I'm going to grow a YouTube channel and I've got 100,000 people on a newsletter somewhere. I had nothing. I had absolutely no presence anywhere. And it took me 18 months to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I was quite happy with that. Yes, it took longer than what I would have hoped, but it got there eventually. And then in July, we went to New York. Me and my wife went back to the place where we love. We love New York. We went back there. We went and visited our favorite city in the world. We went there for the 4th of July, which was absolutely mind-blowing. Very busy and packed, but absolutely mind-blowing, and an experience we absolutely loved. So that was sort of the highlight of the year for us, going to New York with just us, no kids. And it was just an incredible experience. We packed so much into that trip and did absolutely everything we could, including all of the tourist trap stuff. But we also went to things that tourists wouldn't do. We walked around Brooklyn. We went all over the place, and we went we did things that you just wouldn't normally think to do when you're in Manhattan or New York. We visited all 5 boroughs. We just did a lot. We visited some old friends. I was up at like 5 o'clock in the morning running around Central Park because our hotel was in Central Park. So we was near Central Park, sorry. So I was getting up at 5 o'clock every morning and running around Central Park like I was some sort of CEO living my best life. And it was great. I just loved the whole experience. So that was awesome. We really did make the most of that. And then at the end of August, we went on our first ever family vacation abroad with the kids, and that was I'll say an experience. It wasn't the most glamorous holiday in the world. It wasn't the most stress-free holiday in the world. It was just very full on. Like, because at the time, obviously, our kids are younger than what they are now, and you had one who was the 2-year-old was trying to jump in the pool head first in the deep end, whilst the 3.5-year-old was didn't want to get in the pool and was completely refusing and throwing a tantrum. And then when he did eventually get in the pool, he didn't want to get out and was throwing a tantrum because he didn't want to get out. So we had that to contend with, and we had to have eyes in the back of our heads. They were up at 6:30 every morning, went to bed at 10 p.m. every night. So that was incredibly stressful, but we got through it, and the plane wasn't that fun. I don't like flying anyway, but the kids just made flying, even more stressful. And then after that, we were sort of on the countdown to Christmas, getting everything ready, saving up for the kids' presents, looking at what we're going to do with decorations and who we're going to have over and all that sort of thing. We were just sort of on the countdown for Christmas and getting everything ready. And also I launched my 2 communities after that as well, in between September and Christmas. I launched my free community and my elite community to help aspiring creators to grow on YouTube and social media. So if that's you, then click the link in the description below to join the completely free community. But it was just a great experience throughout the year, but it was stressful. Like, for example, in my job, throughout the whole year, I've just been going through a period where I just feel incredibly undervalued, underappreciated, like I'm easily replaceable. And don't get me wrong, I know in any job you're easily replaceable, but some jobs you're more replaceable than others. And I just feel like over the past year or so, I felt like I'm just completely irrelevant and I would be replaced within a few days if I disappeared. So I've had that to contend with, and that's been a bit of a difficult time for me and my family. So we've just had a bit of a rough year. Now, looking back on it, I've actually achieved more than what I thought I did. And it's actually been quite a good year for things that we've done. But it's still been a very difficult year for us as a family. There's things we've done, things that have happened, stresses that we've gone through. You remember we've also got to try and balance being 2 full-time working parents with 2 very young kids under 5 years old. So we're still trying to figure that out. That's still a thing that's going on, and we want to make time to grow our businesses and developing our careers, but we also don't want to miss out on the kids growing up. We want to be there for them and be there for each other as a couple. So there's so much we're trying to figure out at the moment. And we got the handle on it a little bit, but it's not perfect, obviously. But now that the year has ended, I'm looking at what's going to be coming for the next year. And this year's different because I don't actually have a countdown for my goals for the next year. Normally I would set goals for 2025 and beyond, and that would be my goals for the next 12 months. Now I've got goals for the next 24 months because now I'm on the countdown to 40. And I'm thinking, God, what do I want to achieve by the time I'm 40? Now, in an ideal world, I'd get to 100,000 subscribers. That is something I would love to do. It's a little bit ambitious, but it's not unachievable. There's people who have been on YouTube less time than me. They've already achieved that, or they're close to it and they're doing really well. So there's loads of things I want to do. I want to make more videos that I enjoy making about cameras, about tech, about studio gear, about just trying to help people to grow on YouTube, just videos that I enjoy more rather than trying to put the pressure on it all the time. And I just want to get that nice steady growth. Now, yes, I would like to put a number on what I want to achieve subscriber wise, but that's a vanity metric. But yes, it does still matter, because when you're doing brand deals and with companies and things like that, they still want to know what your subscriber base is and what your follower base is and how many views you're getting. So it still does matter. It's not just a vanity metric. But there's so much I want to achieve by the time I hit 40. So now I'm on the 2-year countdown to hit 40. But if you're still here and you're still watching this video, do me a favor and drop a star emoji below so I know you've watched this video to the end. And it's okay if all you achieved in 2024 was to survive it. If you've not done anything and you really just got through the year in one piece, that's okay, because all the people you're looking at on social media, they've achieved all these big and great, amazing goals. They have had a year like you at some point or another. They have had a year like you where they've just survived it and achieved it. So This is goodbye to 2024. Hello to the countdown to 40. Let me know below what your goals are for the next year. And let's go and smash these goals together. And I'm not talking like I want to get fitter, I want to eat less chocolate. I'm talking real achievable goals that you actually want to achieve. So let me know below what you actually want to do. And let's go and smash these goals together.